All right. So on your sample file, please create a single layer. And let me just turn this off, the background, and then Control A to select all layer. Make sure your empty layer is activated, and then choose the paint bucket tool. You can make the background like, white or, other colors if you want. It's up to you. You can create the background whatever you want. The color is optional. Now, let me bring this sample image up on the top of the layer one. To do that, I'm gonna unlock this background image. Let me just name this like, original drawing. And then move this to the top. And layer, the background layer. I'm gonna change the background layer name like background. And please just select this. It's called sample image. And then make this opacity about 50% or 30%. Yeah, 30% will be fine. Because we're going to trace this image on the other layers. So you can find the opacity option in the layer window. It's right next to the blending option. Now, you're going to trace the drawing. Please add one more layer on the top of the original drawing. And I'm going to name this like skull 1. Let me pause. All right, so now is fun part. Please choose a brush tool. Brush, just a regular brush. And please make sure your skull 1 layer is activated. And then you can just, use the regular brush like this. It's the same color. So I will change the color of the brush. For the brush color, it's up to you. You can pick any color you want. This. But you can keep using this brush like the regular one, but if you want to make a different texture of the brush, please open the brushes window and then choose any brush styles you want. I used this Kyle's Real Oils brush like this. This brush looks very interesting. So let me just show you. When I color this like, like this, and then if I choose another color and then right next to this brush, and I draw something here, see, I can mix them like an oil effect. It's very interesting brush. Wait. Let me use this brush. change your brush size. So this, the column can be, make your brush bigger, and this one make your brush smaller. So you don't need to find, like the window of the brush to change the size. Now you can change the size in the brush setting window, but it's uncomfortable. You can just use the shortcut. Okay. Okay, now it's ready. So now on the skull one layer, I want you to follow the trace all the lines of the skull. So this is just a practice. You don't need to make it perfect. No, it's a drawing, like a hand drawing. So no, I think this ugly line looks cute. And then just make the brush size smaller. Draw the details. Like this. All right, Kevin. So can you open the Photoshop? Please go to the model room and go to week 10 and download the sample image. You will see this cute skull image, and please open it in your Photoshop. When you make a mistake, just let it go, because you can erase the mistake lines on the same layer. So for example, here on the left side, left toolbox, you will see eraser tool. When you click it, now you will see the same brush style like the regular brush. And then you can just keep using the same shortcut to make the brush size smaller or bigger, and then just erase any mistakes you did. And I don't want to make this brushes like this smudged brush style. So I'm gonna open the brush setting, and then I will make this like I will make hardness like 100%. So I can erase any mistakes. very clean. And now you can just delete this original drawing. Now I will make copy of this skull image. About how many? About 13. Like, you can just simply, comment C and comment V. Never mind. Let's just not do that because I just want to put this on the same location. So drag the layer to the new layer icon in your layer window. And change the name. I'll just add the number. And I will copy a little more. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13. Like that. So now we're gonna add some, animation. This is called. All right, so I will just leave like, the first skull. Let me just turn off the rest of them. It's up to you. You can just copy all the skull with the same, image, or when you see this example, you will see all the skull images look a little bit different, so it looks like a moving, right? It's up to you. Or you can just add some kind of little more drawings on it. Maybe I will just add different color on the second skull. With a different color. Yeah, to mix the color. This. Let me turn off the second one and then activate the skull 3 with the little different color. Add the color. It's just time consuming to make an animation effect, because imagine like like a slow motion. We are just to make the single layers of the slow motion. So let me just turn off the skull 3 and just activating the skull 4. Let me use a different color. Now I will add a new color in his eye. If you want, you can fill the color in the skull. It's up to you. There is no answer of your drawing. This and skull 5. Blue color. Seven. So when you understand this basic rule or mechanism of this short animation, then you can use this method with the picture or other tools in Photoshop. Oh, I love this brush. The last one. So let me go back to the first skull. If you want, you can add some text on the background. You can draw it, or you can just, simply, type it with the type tool. But I just prefer to edit with my hand drawing. Whatever you want. And the second one, I will just add a flower and the firework effect on the background. So let me start it. Brush. This is the flower stem. And this is the firework location. And on the next one, I have to keep track now on the bottom layer. So I will just turn it on, the second skull, and then I'm gonna turn on the skull 3 as well. And then I will keep drawing a little bit longer of the stem. So like this. I'm sorry. Now, everyone, please make sure your third skull should be activated. This. See, it's gonna move like this. Now, let me just make this a little bit longer. You don't need to fill all of them for this firework because it's gonna move to the outside, the outer corner. This. It's gonna go like this. And then let me just turn off the skull 2 and I will keep turn on the skull 3 and then I will turn on the skull 4 and activate the skull 4. And let me extend this stem. So you have to redraw the stem from the beginning. To the new one, like this. Like this. And then let me make the brush a little bit smaller and then move it to the outer corner. It's gonna go like this. And let me turn off the skull 3 and let me turn on the skull 5 and then activate the skull 5. And again, I'm gonna draw the flowers stem again from the beginning. And then let me extend it. So it's gonna look like this. All right. Then let me move this firework to the outer corner a little bit. So it's gonna go like this. And let me turn on the skull 5, and then I will turn on skull 6 and activate the skull 6. So you're gonna keep just doing this, same process. Draw the stem from the beginning. And now I'm gonna add the new part, the flower on the stem. So one petal here. That's it. And then let me move this firework a little bit. So it's gonna go like this. And then turn off the skull 5 and turn on skull 7. Excuse me. And then skull 7 is activated. Let me draw the flower from the beginning again. And the one petal and the next petal. So in the animation, the flower looks like, keep drawing. And now I'm gonna just add a dot for the firework. It's gonna be popped out. So it looks like this. Then just leave the, let me turn off the skull 6 and leave the skull 7 on. And let me turn on the skull 8 and activate the skull 8. And like the previous one, draw the stem again. One petal, next petal, and the third petal. And for the the firework, you can change the color at the end. So when you see a firework, you will see diverse colors. When it popped out like this. You can add more if you want. And let me turn off. Let me check. Okay. And turn on skull 8 and turn on skull 9 again. And skull 9 should be activated. Use the same color for the flower. You can pick the same color with this eye drop tool. With the eye drop tool, when you click the color, and you can easily find the same color. And then go back to the brush tool and draw the stem again on the skull 9 layer. And draw the flower petal. Third one. And the fourth one. And let me add the firework with the different color. It doesn't need to be same spot, you know, it's firework. All right. Let me check. All right. Let me turn off the skull 8 and keep turning on skull 9 and turn on skull 10 layer and activate skull 10 layer. And oops, the same color for the flower. Let me draw the stem again. And petal. Let me finish this. Let me check. All right. I will turn off the skull 9 and turn on skull 11 and activate the skull 11. Oh, I forgot to add the firework on the skull 10. All right, so let me add the firework with the different color. Now, let me turn on the skull 11 again and activate the skull 11. And I will fill the color of the flower. Some part. For the flower, you must draw from the beginning again. This. And then let me add the firework again. This time I'm gonna use the lighter color because I just don't want to make it you know, look like it disappeared on the sky like this. It's too light. All right, let me turn off the skull 10 and keep turning on skull 11 and turn on skull 12 and activate it. And let me draw the flower from the beginning again. The red color. Let me fill it. Fill all of them. And the firework. And then keep turning on the skull 12. I just forgot to add here. Activate this, the last layer is called 13, and draw the flower from the beginning again. This is the last one. And then add the red color here again and check. Looks good. It doesn't look good. Let me fill more color. And then, yes. Firework. Let me just add one text here, like 5. All right, so now all the layers are prepared. So now you can just create the animation here with the timeline window. So now go to window and please turn on the timeline window. Then you will see at the bottom of the your Photoshop window, you will see the timeline window just created, right? And then you can just turn on all the layers here. Oh, looks messy. And here on the center of the timeline window, you will see two options like create video timeline and create frame animation. You must select create video timeline and please select it. And when you click it, you will see all the layers are ready to make the short animation. So now you're gonna just make the the time for each layers now here. So let me just show you.
Did you put them on the timeline?
What?
How did you put the layers on the timeline?
Let me just show you again. So when you turn on the timeline, oops, it's already created. You will see on the center of the timeline the create video timeline, right? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, please click it. Your layers are in the timeline window, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. All right, so click the skull one layer. And when you put your mouse at the end of the layer, you will see the black arrow, like the both side, right? With the bar. And when you move that, you can make the layer shorter. Like this. You're gonna just leave the background like this because you want to show the background color all the time of the video, right? So just do not touch the background at all. And click the skull 2 layer and see when you move your mouse from the beginning of the skull 2 layer, you will see the mouse shapes different. It's just changed to the the both side arrow with the bar on the center of the arrow. Then move that bar to the end of the first layer, and then make this second layer shorter from the end to the left. Move it about the same size of the first one. And if you want to make this, the first one longer, if you want to show the first layer a little bit longer because it has the text in the layer, then you can just move this a little bit longer like this. Let me just show it to you later. And you're gonna make a stair, a beautiful stair, by moving the layer size like this. It doesn't need to be perfectly same size of the layer. It doesn't need to be so move it, move the end of the layer. Can't wait to see the animation, the movement of the skull. So make a stair like this. So when you move, when you just, make this, layer longer, then that means, it shows longer in your animation. So for example, to see the movement in this timeline, please press the space bar on your keyboard like this. When you stop the video, you can press the space bar as well. Like this. See? Can you see the movement? It's cute, right? All right. So I want to show the first layer longer, like, the let's go. I just want to show the let's go a little bit longer because it's the, texture. So to move all the layer together, click any, first layer and then hold the shift key on your keyboard. And then select all the bars and move it. And let me make this first layer longer. Now, let me check. Oh, looks cool, right? And now, I will show you how to export. All right, there are two ways. So, we can export as two ways. One is GIF file, and the other one is MP4 file. When you post a video in your Instagram, you must export your video work as MP4. But if you send, the other ways, then you can just use the GIF file. So I will show you both of them. So go to File, and make sure, save this file first. Go to File and save the project on your computer. And then go to File, Export, and Save for Web. In this section, you can save your file as GIF file. So, we know the format section, right? When you open this, you will see GIF. And then just hit save. And you will see GIF file. Now, let me export this as the MP4 file. Go to File, go to Export, and then go find all the way down, Render Video. So you're going to render this video and click it. And you can just keep this setting, and then just hit render. Find where is it? Then you will see this video image. It's pretty much simple, right? It's not that hard.